Hey everybody, Mike Steele here with Barbecue Champs Live. We have got a great show for everyone tonight. We're super excited to have two big winners at the American Royal this weekend. Our very own Smitty with Luton Booty Barbecue knocked it out the park with a huge reserve grand champion in the Open. And my dear friend, Mr. Tim Ish, with Tiny E Barbecue, had an incredible weekend, became a world champ, had a first place brisket call in the invitation, sixth place brisket in the Open, and finished fifth overall in the Open. We're super excited to have these guys tonight. I was like, guys, I know you're just going to be tired, but man, it'd be really cool if we could get y'all on just 2 days after the event was over. And we're here, and this is going to be a great show. If anybody's got any questions for these guys, obviously we're going to open it up for that. In the meantime, though, we're going to welcome everybody in. Mr. Gordon, thank you for being here. And Cassie, thank you for being here as well, all the way from Australia. Kyle, appreciate you being with us today. Justin, thank you. Welcome back. Yes, the trip was great. We eased out of here on Sunday after church and drove a little over, almost halfway, stayed a little RV park Sunday night, woke up that morning about 5:30 and eased on into Kansas City. Got there about 11:30 and unhooked at the RV park on Monday and went to go to a few barbecue restaurants. I went to Slaps Barbecue, went to a couple other places, and we got to hang out in Kansas City eating some food for Monday and Tuesday. And then Wednesday morning, 8 o'clock, gates open. We was in line ready to go in. Had a great trip up there. Wonderful visit with so many great teams that's up there. If you've never been to the American Royal, I'll tell you what, you need to put it on your bucket list because it is quite the experience. This is my third time to go. I went in 2017, didn't go again until 2021. Had a lot more fun the second time, and then we even had more fun this year than we did last year. As we're starting, as Sterling says, Smitty says, you're starting to learn the ins and outs and things to go and places to go and things. It's just really, really fun. So we had a blast and came back yesterday and good travels the whole way, no issues, and that's what it makes it really nice. You don't have any hiccups along the way. So, Caitlin, we appreciate you being here. Greg, how are you doing, buddy? Juke, thank you for being here as well. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see, Darian, thank you. Lucky7 watching. There you go. Thank you so much for the. Oh yeah, we had the live feed. I don't know if you got a chance to see, but if you go to Barbecue Champs Facebook page, you'll see, I think it was on Friday, they had the whole hog competition. I think there was 5 or 6 teams. We filmed the whole thing, watching the judging, listening to their presentation, the whole 9 yards. It was a lot of fun. Got a chance to really sample some great food and some of the amazing hogs. Congratulations to Boar's Night Out. I think that was their 4th year in a row that they've won the whole hog. Go and watch that. It was the second to last one. It was amazing at what they did with that hog. Unbelievable. And it was some amazing food. Congratulations to those guys. Brenda, thank you for being here. Who else we got? Jeffrey, thank you. Hey, what's up, buddy? Nice shirt. Yes, I actually told, Bill Purvis, I was like, buddy, if you just get me a shirt, I'll be glad to wear it on the show. I love that shirt. So sure enough, we was at the Royal and he's like, I think I got a shirt over there in the box for you. And I was like, I'll take it. So appreciate the shirt, Bill, and congratulations. If I recall, Bill didn't have any on the Open, didn't have any top 20 calls, but he was so consistent throughout his cook. I think he finished 8th overall out of 505 teams. So we got to give a huge shout out to Chicken Fried Barbecue. That's a pretty hard deal to do, to not have top 20 walks, but yet you still walk the stage in 8th place out of 505 teams. Congratulations, man. Let's see, Joshua. That's a beautiful shirt. Yes, I think Bill's going to get a lot of plugs tonight because of this. Hey, y'all, glad to meet you. Yes, BJ, it was great meeting you. So glad that you came by right there toward the end. It was great seeing you, and I think you had a pretty good weekend yourself. Congratulations. Here's my other buddy here, Mr. Tim Woolridge. Here to see the champs. Yep, they are definitely here. And congratulations, Tim. I think if I recall, you had a 7th place pork in the Invitational. Congratulations. First year I ever went, I had a 7th place pork in the Invitational. So that was pretty awesome to see you get a call in the top 10 as well. Dan, thank you for being here from Houston. That's cool. James, thank you for being here. James, it was great seeing you and your lovely wife there on Sunday. And I wish we knew where y'all was at. It was just so hard trying to get around to everybody. But I'm glad we got a chance to see you there at the end. Bobby, good to see you too, buddy. Man, y'all look like y'all had a pretty good time as well. Congratulations. Ram, thank you for being here as well. Stephen, thank you for coming in. Hello from Saginaw, Texas. Yes, sir. There is the man. Bill, we was just talking about you, brother. So congratulations, Bill, on that big old 8th place call in the Open. Awesome cook, man. You are just absolutely killing it week in and week out. And the food, I've seen some of your pictures, is just absolutely unflippin' believable, Bill. So awesome food, man. So let's see. How were the cooks? My cooks? Yeah. In my best call I had in the Open, I had a 36th place brisket in the Open. Kind of got tore up in chicken. Ribs were kind of mid-pack and pork was mid-pack. In the Invitational, I had like a 46th place, I think, rib. Had a pretty good day there. I finished 130th in the Invitational and 160 in the Open. But each day I had one meat that just really got me. In the Invitational, I had, I'll tell you real quick. Let's see, where's the Invitational at? We had finished 130th. Our chicken hurt us 149 in chicken. I've just hadn't figured chicken out for the Royal yet. There's some classes. This guy called Smitty, Loot and Booty Barbecue. You just think I'd go take his class, but one of my deals is I won't go take these guys' classes, and I may have to skip that and go buy the dadgum classes, Smitty, and cook your dadgum chicken, because I get crushed in chicken every year. But we had a 68th rib. I was really happy. Had a solid rib. Had a 46th place pork butt in the Invitational. My brisket, worst brisket I've ever cooked in my life. I don't know what was wrong with it. It was 224th, almost last. Next day we come in the Open and finish 36th. That brisket was just, I could not get it to loosen up no matter what. I had that thing at 211 degrees. And it was still tight as a football. It just was not good. I was very disappointed. Had I had just a decent brisket, I needed just a few points, and I would have went from 130th in the top 30 in the Invitational. But that's the way it is, and better luck next time, right? I'll go again and try it. Sterling shaking his head. Smitty's over there going, yeah. I guess, Smitty, I just need to get a chicken class from you. So chickens just crush me every year. So, but it was a lot of fun. And we're fixing to bring the guys in. We got about 43 on. I'm wanting to kind of give everybody a chance. John, appreciate you being here. Lucas, let's see, I'm going to need some of those shirts, Bill. Yeah, I'm sure Bill can hook you up. There's no doubt. Well, look, enough of me talking. I want to real quick thank all of our partners. We could not do what we do without these guys. Big, huge shout out to Be Extreme Barbecue, Mr. Danny Helm, Prairie Fresh. Gosh, they were a huge sponsor at the American Royal. I'm sure Smitty was able to pick up a little bit of that extra bonus money that they threw out. Thank you guys for doing that. Lone Star Barbecue Pro Shop, Mr. Brian Crawford, Texas Select Seasoning. They just picked up Tim Ish as a pro staff sponsor. From that big first place brisket that he had. So thank you, Texas Select Seasoning, for reaching out to these guys and helping them. That was awesome. My good buddy David at Gunnar Wilhelm Knives, I met with him a couple different times, shot a little promo video for him. Also, the barbecue store, Mr. Dustin Stanley, good friend, Mr. John Lindsay, at All Queued Up, and my dear friend, Miss Gail at Daigle's Barbecue. Their sauces are absolutely amazing. Couldn't do what we do without those guys. So, well, without further ado, enough of me. One more share. Way to go, guys. Tiny E with the first place brisket and then backing it up. Yep, 100%. Let's go in and bring in the guys. First of all, we're going to start with Mr. Smitty himself. This guy has just been absolutely tearing it up at the American Royal. Hey, brother.
Hey, Mike. How are you, man?
Man, congratulations. I didn't see it coming. I was trying to, we knew slaps was good. We knew that getting basted was good, and
slaps had 2 180s too. 2 180s.
2 180s, and I was like, but getting basted. I mean, Brad had 3 calls, and I was like, man, I think it's going to come down to them too. And then all of a sudden, they call slaps. I was like, well, who's left? I mean, it'd be getting basted, and then I was like, well, I don't know. And that's the thing. You don't know. And, man, when they called you and you stood up behind us, I was like, oh my God, Sterling just got it again. You got a reserve grand champion in 1 year. What year was it?
2014. I RGC'd to Tuffy Stone as well. That was the last year I was at the West Bottoms in Kansas City, and that was exciting getting to go there. But no, this year, having 505 teams there, the scores are super, super tight.
Yeah.
We're all going to be within points of each other, several ties. So it's about consistency. And you see those, when you're consistent in your places, you're consistent in your cook. I don't really look at where I placed. I really look at the score.
Right.
Everything's about that score. It all adds up. And, having a 700, and I think I ended with a 704 or something along there. Obviously, everything was 175 and above, which I shoot for every cook. And man, the Royal it's a wild ride.
It is.
And it all started awesome the first day watching YSB, the team I competed with last year.
Yeah.
In the Invitational, those guys crushed it. They get fifth overall, a couple calls.
Yeah.
They had an amazing time, and seeing them do that again this year, it's just it's exciting to see.
And
you love and you mentor and you coach and they do well. It's almost a win for me as well. Seeing that. And then going into the Open, we started out with the first place potato. So potato world champions right here with the first place perfect potato.
Yeah.
That was a pretty cool call too. I brought Mike Johnson from Sugar Fire Barbecue. He's a great friend of mine. We've cooked together at Memphis in May, several events. He came and helped sous chef me, and we both collaborated on that potato dish, and it was just it was out of the park.
So can you share what you did, or you want to keep it under the hat?
I'll tell you this. There's a lot of turnip soup involved.
There you go.
Turnip soup everywhere.
That's good enough. That's awesome.
Actually, if I'll put it out there that if you do some Instagram searching and backdoor looking, there may be a picture floating around there somewhere.
There you go.
Maybe not from me, maybe from somebody else. If you really want to know, dig a little bit.
Dig. Go find it. That's right. That's right.
I'm not going to give you everything.
That's right.
You got to be able to work for yourself and go get it.
That's it.
That was exciting to have that call, and then I was on my way to the restroom when they called us for turkey. I ran back in and got I think it was the 23rd, 21st.
Yeah.
Turkey. That was amazing. And then we get a chicken call right out of the gate, ninth place chicken. And I knew, I threw something at him a little different, which I did in 2014 as well. I think being a little bit different outside of the box helps sometimes. Mm-hmm. So I threw it at him and they liked it. And then I knew my other meats were good, but you never know. There's all these world champion cooks there.
Right.
There's 500 teams. The judges are, what it's basically cook good food, cross your fingers, hope you get tables. And
that's
at
it.
the end of the day, if they call your name, then, it's just validation that you're doing it right. But to me, amongst your peers, which are the best of the best in what we do, and to hear your name called even once in that group it's a feeling like no other. And
100%.
To be called for reserve grand champion, man, that's just
that's huge.
It was shocking. Yeah, it was huge.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously it's not shocking because I want to hear my name called. I manifest my name called. I work hard for my name called. So when I hear it, it's not like shocking because I expect it.
You want it to. Yeah.
But, but in that crowd and they call it for reserve, it's just oh god. You're just
come on, 500
on another level. Like,
yeah. 505 teams.
100%.
I mean, the chance.
And the cool thing was, my first reserve in 2014, my buddy came out and helped me from high school in Nebraska. But having my wife there this year to be able to share and walk the stage with me was just, it takes it, that much better. It makes it that much better. And it was just fun. And she supports and loves everything I do. And I couldn't be up on that stage without her.
Yeah, that was awesome. The cool thing is, I posted this just a minute ago. You had a third overall finish last year in the American Royal Invitation. You come back this year, you say, screw the invitation, I'm going for the big show, and you get a second place reserve grand champion. I just want the Open now. You got that.
I was working hard in the Invitational too, man.
I
took 30th. So in the Invitational, I took 30th overall.
Yeah, still, which is still great. 244 teams and finished 30th. Oh,
I was okay with that. But at the end of the day, it's a great cook, and I got a 695 my best, but you just want to hear your name called once.
That's it.
So, the next day I was working. He always worked a little bit harder.
Absolutely. It was awesome. It was awesome seeing it. The whole thing was
I loved it.
incredible. No doubt it was.
We were talking earlier. It's 100% true with the American Royal. The more you do, the more times you go, the more you experience, the more you expand your circle of your neighbors that are around you, and start to see more and more people and more events and parties. And this is an event like no other. And it gets better and better every single time.
Yeah. I will say you have had some amazing success at the Royal.
You know what? I love that event. I do. I mean, they tend to like my stuff in Kansas City.
They really do.
I thank you, Kansas City. I'll keep feeding it to you.
That's right.
I have gotten lucky several times at the American Royal. I think I've placed pretty much in every category there. I've walked in second place ribs in the year. I've had a sixth place pork call. I've had turkey calls throughout the years. Obviously, my first year, first place chicken with the 180, seventh in ribs. I took second in pork in the open, 19th in brisket, twice reserve grand champion. Last year, I walked in pork in both
invitation
and the open, third and fourth. Yep. So, man, it's never old getting American Royal trophies and ribbons. That's
I know it. Yeah, especially them trophies. They're awesome.
Oh my God, those are the best.
They're awesome. Yeah,
I mean,
they are.
My shoulder, your shoulder, you're throwing out after carrying that.
That's a problem I'm sure you'll deal with. So, and speaking of trophies, let's bring in this other guy. I think they call this guy. I think they call him Tiny. It's Tiny, buddy.
A little bit of heat.
Mr. Tim-ish, brother, how are you doing? Congratulations, world champ. You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Hey, Mike. Hey, Smitty. How are you guys?
Hey, buddy. How you doing, Tim?
I still don't know what's going on, but at this point,
that's all right.
Enjoy it, buddy.
That's all right, man. It's all part of it, buddy. First place brisket in the invitational, sixth place in the open, fifth place overall out of 505 teams.
That's awesome.
I remember I walked up there, and after you won the first place brisket in the invitation, I was like, "How'd you feel?" And he said, "Almost crapped my pants when they called my name." I was like, holy cow. And then, we're sitting next to you the next day, and when they called the sixth place brisket, I looked over and your jaw dropped, and you was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. And then, Smitty, you should have seen it when they called him fifth overall. I think he crapped his pants again.
Oh my God.
I know. I would have done it. I would have definitely done it. I mean, I would have been right there. I would have poo-pooed like, okay, this is freaking great. So
yeah, I never expected the overall. We were sitting there, and I thought, man, I thought my day was made after the invitational.
Yeah.
And then the next day to get that brisket, and I'm like, this is the best weekend I've ever had. And then to call fifth, I'm like, I'm done.
Cherry on top.
Yeah, absolutely. So how'd your day go today? Did you get a lot of work done?
So I went to work. I got there a little bit late because I finally made a Facebook post this morning because I was just overwhelmed with everything. I finally put one out, and then I went to work, and the government did not get their money from me today.
Oh,
we're talking
they get enough from everybody anyway, man.
That's right.
I could not concentrate.
Steal the day. Enjoy that brisket call.
That's it. I would be on cloud, and I called Smitty yesterday on the way back, and I was like, man, I'm sure I said, this is NASA calling Jupiter. Are you around? And he was laughing. I was like, man, I would be out there. Yeah, he could barely get any word. I was like, just say yes, I can make it. I was like, good. Just rest the voice some. We'll get you on the show. I'll get Timmy on there with you, and we'll kind of split it up a little bit. So
I got American Royal throat, from yelling and screaming and passing around bourbon bottles, and who knows what's going on.
Speaking of bourbon, real quick story. We were at the Blues Hog party Thursday night, and there was a guy there. I don't know his name. You all saw him. He had a tank top on. And he had a little bit of hair on him, and he was walking around with a bottle of whiskey, bourbon in one hand, and the glass in the other. He says, you want to try this? I said, yeah, why not? I like bourbon. And it was barbecue bourbon. I don't know the brand name of it. I'm not trying to diss anybody. It almost made me throw up. It was like they took bourbon and poured liquid smoke in it and called it barbecue bourbon. It's like, oh. So that's the key. If anyone ever offers you barbecue bourbon, do not.
Right. Well, especially if they're hairy and in the tank top. That's
a
red flag. Should have been a red flag right out of the gate, bro.
Well, we were there on purpose to talk to them to find out what was going on.
Well, yeah, that's true.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Green Mountain Grill, man, we got so many people congratulating y'all. Congratulations, Sterling. That is so awesome. Bill Bill Purvis, so awesome. Sterling, there we go. Oh, he's awesome. Congratulations. This is from Joshua. Man, look at these. Kyle, thank you, brother. Jack, now tell us what, just go ahead, Sterling, and we'll talk about this.
Story. So
yeah,
we were at the awards for Open, and they called chicken. I got 9, came back, and they do the top 3. So they wait for the top 3. The top 3 goes up. So the third place guy, he was behind me, and he comes over, and on his way back, he said, "Smitty, I bought your chicken class." And and he was third place at the American Royal Open.
Oh my gosh! How about that?
That's super cool. Yeah, I love these stories. So they sent me a picture, and it's my box from the class and everything.
Yeah.
That to me, that's just hearing that.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, Lee,
I took this, and I saw that. And you helped me with this. That makes it all better for me.
Yeah.
That's just, like I said, it's almost like I'm winning, and I feel just so proud that people are actually
to help people. To help people. That's also, you had somebody that took your class that got a 3rd. I know there were some people that took Lee Hickle's class that got some good calls. So
it's real information. I mean, this is real information that is being put into play as we speak. This is like the best barbecue in the world. People are using our information and winning with it, and getting awards and getting better. And that's just a testament to what Barbecue Champs Academy is doing with this information, getting it out to people. This is a look into kind of our pitmaster minds. It's not also just recipes, it's techniques and why we're doing things. And to me, that makes it, those are more important. Those things are more important than a recipe, what rubber sauce you're using. It's why you're doing it and the process of doing it. So to me, to be able to give that information out as opposed to just a black and white recipe, that's going to take you to that next level. Having that information.
Yeah, and you're right. I think that was one of the things, because when you and I there, or just any of the guys, right, I'm sitting there asking these questions. What's your thought press? Why are you doing this? Yeah. You really open up. Well, I'm doing it because of this. I'm doing it because of that. I'm really picking your mind to help the seasoned pro to really understand why you're doing some of the things you're doing. Recipes are one thing, but the techniques and the whys are the most important. And me talking it, why are you doing that? What's the purpose of that? Why are you doing this? Why, and you just always you treat it with a little love. You don't let the meat speak for itself. I mean, you're telling your thought process of your class of what has made you successful. Your class is different than anybody else's. So
I think what makes it cool is all of ours are different than everybody else's.
Oh, yeah.
We all don't do things the same way. And it's really about achieving that end result. And it doesn't matter which way you do it. There's a million ways to get there. Just, just pick up tips, pointers, and tricks along the way, and that'll help you get to that end result that you're looking for. To me, it's all about that end result. Don't matter how I get there, as long as I get there.
Hey, that you said it right there, brother. As long as you get there, and you're helping people along the way. Well, Tim, I want to talk about this. So I was trying to pull up my Facebook stuff real quick, but you came home and
I see Jack Cashman up on the screen there.
Yeah. So talk a little bit about what Jack did for you today, and I'm gonna see.
Yesterday, he sends me a text wanting to know my address, and I'm like, all right, what the hell's going on? Strip a gram, something like that coming down. I come home from work today early because I couldn't concentrate, and there's a lady in my front yard sticking a bunch of letters in my front yard. So I pull up, and I said, hey, I caught you. She said, oh, you weren't supposed to be home yet. I said, did Jack Cashman put you up to this? Well, I can't say. And right away when I saw the sign and the acronym there, I'm like, yep. I said, tell Jack thanks. She said, okay.
That's funny.
So there's a huge sign in my front yard, like when you have a baby, congratulations or whatever. It says, congratulations or world champion, and then it has an acronym by it that I can fill people with later, but it's an inside.
That
we
is.
used it one time, and Jack got grand, so that's what we say to each other now to for good luck. So
right, awesome. Right.
So it says it's a brisket on your front lawn right now. It's a brisket.
No. If you look on my face, it's just a bunch of letters,
Nice.
That is so. That is awesome.
Now your neighbors, you're gonna have to cook for them like over and over.
Oh yeah. You realize now every block party now is gonna be.
You're the guy. You're the barbecue.
Yeah. So I actually got this pulled up. I had to go log in.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll expand on that a little bit. I think the biggest part of this weekend, the overwhelming part, is the everything I've gotten. Like that Friday night or whatever, Saturday night, I looked at my phone after I got back. I had 140 some text messages. It's all the people that the barbecue people back home that didn't come to the Royal this year. all our North Texas and everybody I knew there at the Royal, Justin West and James Dodson, Benny Koger, all those guys. And it's just people congratulating you and everything, and that's the big part of it.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. There you go. That was what he put in your front lawn. I was trying to get this pulled up. EAD. We don't hashtag EAD. We may not know what that is, but that's perfectly fine.
Take a guess.
Yeah. So
my wife's my daughter's name's Aaron, and my wife's name's Dot, so it's Aaron and Dot. That's what.
There you go.
Nice
There we
recovery.
go. A nice recovery. I love it. So that was pretty cool, Jack. Man, that was a pretty cool deal for you to go out and do that. I'm sure you was probably like, wow, that was pretty cool. So
he asked for my address, and I had no idea what he was up to. It's always something with him. So.
Oh yeah, this is Jack. I mean, he sounds like just a practical joker half the time, anyway. So.
That's good, right?
Tim is killing it. Way to go, Tim. Congrats, Tim. Here we go. We got the Tim congrats coming in. Congratulations, bud. This is from Ojuke. Bobby Stewart. Come on, man. There we go. Well, Tim Ish. Congratulations. There's Bobby Oliver. Man, it was good seeing you. Tiny. Let's see what else we got. Got a lot of fun. Hey, if any of you guys got any question for these, we call him Big Time Tim. There you go. We're going to have to call him Big Time Show now. That's for sure. So if any of y'all's got any, that's for sure. Champion. That's it. Call him champ. Guess he congratulates me. All right, Texas Select Seasoning. Tim, you want to talk a little bit about the phone call you got today?
I talked to Bill, and I do use his Texas Select Basic Beef on my brisket, and that's one of them. I used it for years, and I've emailed him back and forth. Every time I do well with it, I say, hey, I did this, and he's like, thanks. And he had some trouble when the hurricane hit down there, and they kind of they're rebuilding everything. So I called him yesterday after I calmed down, and I just say, just let you know, some of your seasoning was on that brisket, and he texted me back, called me back, and said, hey, I want to talk to you about using Texas Select and everything. So he and I are in the works of talking about being on the Texas Select team, and he has a lot of good products.
Good cooks. Yeah.
And
he
that'll
does.
go with also Texas Oil Dust guys really helped me out. I mean, that whole group is great as well.
Aaron, yeah.
Those guys, I used some of that on that brisket as well this weekend, and Aaron's been really good working with that team. And the other one you had earlier was Brad Pauling. They have a Big Country Bovine, and that's my base rub on brisket for years. And they're right here in Allen, and they've been supporting me for 5-10 years, however long I've been doing it. They've been supporting me, so that's my secret to the brisket.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Congratulations on getting on the pro staff, and thank you, Bill. I mean, Bill is one of our partners on Barbecue Champs. We really do appreciate him and reaching out to somebody like Tim after getting that world champ and giving him a part of that pro team. That's pretty cool. So James says, way to go, world champ. Let's see who else we got here. I'm planning on buying your chicken class also to step up our chicken game. Well, Troy, I promise you this, it's working. He had a third place on the stage this weekend, so and the results speak for himself, that's for sure. So
I had a ninth in chicken.
Ninth, okay. But I'm talking about the student that took your class.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the student beat the teacher. That's pretty awesome. So
Mike.
Have the pebble out of his hand.
Yeah, exactly. Grasshopper. Mike, how you have access to all these classes? How have you not taken my chicken class already?
It's just one of the things that
I'd rip through all these classes. I'd have so much information in my head, I wouldn't even know what to do with it.
That's one of the reasons why I won't do it. I'll have too much information. It'll just be.
Exactly.
But that's just one of the things, man. When I did this, I just said, I didn't do it to get all this information to use it against people. I just got this information to help people. And just like this guy, Lamar. Congrats, guys. Can't explain how much Barbecue Champ Academy has helped me finish 121st. And this was just my 4th ever competition. Dang, man, that is freaking awesome. So, and you're right. I mean, it's just, to me, it would just be like, who do I cook? What would I do? I'd just be lost. So I kind of just run down my lane of what has worked for me in the longest. Heck, I was even thinking about, one thing I can do, I can go take a barbecue class from somebody, because it wouldn't be like this, but then I'll have people look at me, well, why the heck are you here taking a class? You got every dadgum class in the world. So I'm in a catch-22, so what do I do? So
if you don't think the best people in the world are constantly learning,
that's the thing, they are
their craft, then you're not doing it right. That's
what I was going to say. So I made a couple phone calls this morning. I've taken a couple classes over the year. Not, I try to take one every couple of years, and
Yeah.
it's helped me. And the latest one I took was Lee Hickles on the barbecue champs. And I don't use everything from every class because I cook on can, so it's different. But you pick up a little, like Stern said, a little technique here, a little technique there, something to tweak yours. I think you can overtake classes too, because some people get in their mind that, well, I took 5 classes this year, and then you got too much information on your head. You don't know what the hell to do with it. So you got to be careful with it. You take a little bit from each class, and you take techniques that work for you. You can't, if you look at Sterling's chicken class, which I have not, but if I try to copy everything, it may not work for me, and then I'm going to try it for 6-8 months and be like, well, it's crap, it doesn't work for me. You have to learn enough to not to be just a recipe cook and learn to apply that stuff. But I agree with what Sterling said is there's a lot of these guys out here, even the big guys that, you don't hear it, but they're taking at least one class a year.
Yeah.
Something to keep up with the trends that are going on,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's the thing. And I had never taken a class. That's the thing. I'd love to go take a class. I've got this, I've got all you guys coming in, but I really am just more about getting the information out of you. I see what you're doing, but I don't ever go back and watch the videos. I mean, I watch them to edit them, and then that's it, and I never see them again. I mean, I'll have people.
You're in a unique situation where you're not only producing this for the people and the information, but you're a competitor yourself.
Right.
So you're out there, in the fields, in the weeds, just like all of us.
Yeah.
So you obviously, like I said, you're in that position to where you're putting that information out there on behalf of ours and spreading that, but you want to get better as well. Obviously, you want to continue to advance in the sport and this hobby that we all love. So, man, take classes. Right on.
Yeah, I keep thinking,
the more information, the better. If somebody's dogging you for taking a class, then that's for educating yourself and making yourself better.
That's right.
They're doing it wrong. They're doing it wrong.
Continuing education classes every year.
Yeah,
right.
The best in their business. Michelin star chefs,
I think it was Matt Walker that told Lee Hickle or somebody, if you don't take a class once a year, you'll get left behind. He said, even as a master electrician, I'm a master electrician, I still go to a class once or twice a year to continue to improve, to learn what I do. And you have to do the same thing in barbecue, where I am trying to basically learn everything and do everything on my own, right? Because I haven't went and taken a class. I'm not going to use y'all's class. And, it's just one of them deals to where, I love to tinker and play. I won't practice at the house with anything. I'll work with something and I'll say, okay, I'm going to go try this and see how it does at a competition. Boom. Yeah. I've done that. I've gotten very good. The first time I changed a whole new recipe, cooking process, everything. I always cook ribs meat down. I changed them meat up. I changed a new sauce, all new rubs. Suzette was pissed. She said, what are you doing? You got second place here last year. Cook the same rib you did. I was like, well, I want to try something. And sure enough, I did it. I got a first place rib. And I was like, see there you go. And if it had a bombed, well, would I have tried it again? Yeah, maybe one more time. But, you try to, I'm pretty good with like flavor profiles, right? Like, man, this really tastes good together. And I won't even run a practice with it. I'll just go, I think these will go together, and then I'll go cook. So it don't always work out, but most of the time it's done pretty well. Here's another one. James, man, congratulations, James. I took Corey Mike's class and got a 10th place brisket in the open. That's pretty freaking awesome. He flat says it works. That's awesome, man. That is so awesome. Congrats, fellas, while you're doing. Let's see. Justin, Smitty's class has helped me so much. That chicken is absolutely amazing. Now, there you go. So, is pineapple involved in any of Tim's recipes?
There's a whole pineapple joke.
An upside down pineapple.
Upside down pineapple.
People know what pineapple means in the grocery store in the cart.
Yeah.
I bought one, stuck it in the cart, took a picture, and then I woke up in the morning, opened my can, and it was in my can, and that was good luck. So the pineapple has been with us all week. I still have it. I'm going to put it in the fridge and see if I can get it down to Tomball with me this weekend. Hopefully.
There you go. Bring it with you. You could use all the good luck. Yeah, you ain't kidding. Marcio's super awesome. That's awesome. Let's see, Kyle Tim, you got anything to say to a new cook that might be on the fence about trying competition barbecue? This is from Kyle.
So, I'll give a quick outlaw pitch here. One of the reasons we started Outlaw Barbecue Association was to try to bring in new cooks. So we started, the rules are you can be 14 years and older with an adult up to 17 to be a pitmaster. We allow 2 teams to cook on 1 pit. We don't have a points chase all year. So what we're trying to do is grow the sport. So bring your neighbor, bring your friend, bring your kids. We've had high school teams come out and compete in a normal competition, and they've got a top 10, and you think they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
That's what we're trying to do is to offer a different level than KCBS or CBA or something like that, where the people get intimidated. They see that and like, I have no idea what to do. So we're like, come on out this weekend. We'll team up with you, one of the teams, and bring your neighbor and your pit, and we'll go. So
there you go.
So that's what I would say is, or as a cook, if you see people, your neighbor, I always wanted to do that, but I never could or whatever, encourage them to come out, because the only way we're going to keep doing this is to grow the sport with different people, And
yeah, absolutely.
You got to have people coming behind you, to keep competing, because once people stop, then who are you going to compete against, right?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see, Anna, good luck to y'all. Know we do. And barbecue champs take a class. There we go. Let's see who else goes. Between James Dotson and Sterling Smith, I've gained a ton of knowledge. So many great techniques. Yep, that's for sure. Gordon,
quick shout out to Anna there, headed to the Jack next week.
Yeah. Congratulations. I was fixing to say. Yep, Anna Bryce and Scotty Bryce. Yeah, that's for sure. Barbecue champs is barbecue Con-Ed. Many of us have taken continuing education or CUs to get our certification, and that is no different. Yeah, that's true. 100%, man. Gordon's taken a lot of classes from us. He recently took Max Nielsen's ancillary classes. He was blown away. He was like, man, I learned so much in these ancillary classes. He was a culinary fight club champion. Yeah. He is a phenomenal cook. And he said, man, I started learning techniques that I had never seen. So, yeah, no doubt. So, yeah, Pokey and them got their first grand champion this weekend, an outlaw event. That was awesome. I see, Sterling, did you turn in wings? Yeah, he may or may not have. May or may not have. Yeah. So, you threw a few wings in the box. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I posted a picture today in my box.
Okay. Late to the show, but congratulations. All right. Let's see.
Same technique I do on everything else, though.
Yeah, absolutely. But hey, if anybody's
that sauce is where it's at, Mike.
Oh my God! Now let me tell you one thing about Sterling. Now, Sterling, I just want to know this: are you still running that same sauce that you used in the class, or has it tweaked and changed a little?
It's tiny bits, but the base of what it is what it is.
Oh.
If only there was a book out there about sauces that you could
I doubt that one's in the book. I doubt that sauce made it.
There's a variation of that one in the book.
Yeah, that sauce, I doubt.
A secret little underground.
Yeah.
You needed to answer a riddle to get the ingredients of that sauce.
I can just tell you.
$129.
Yeah, $249.99. I can tell you right now, that damn sauce that Sterling had, I took it. I was like, oh my gosh, this sauce is amazing. The color.
We put it on donuts.
Southern made donuts. So we have a donut company here that's been around since the 40s, and they have got like the best donut. God, they're so good. And we were sitting there, and for my film crew, we start early in the morning. We always go they're hot. I mean, freaking hot, light, and airy. They're made with potato yeast. And I was over there tasting that sauce, and I was like, dang, I bet this dadgum donut would be good with this sauce would be good on the donut. And they all looked at me, and I went over there and dipped it and tried it, and it was like.
Then we all had to do it.
Oh, and everybody, I was like, that good? I was like, just try it, and you tell me if I'm wrong. And they were like, oh my gosh. It was the salty.
It was just the donut.
Yeah, with the donut, but with the sauce, it just tasted so good. So. Let's see, that chicken sauce is amazing. Yep, there you go. It is. So, Tim, where do you get your briskets from, and what sizes do you like to cook?
So, you'll laugh, but both briskets this weekend were bought from Costco, but they Imperial Wagyus.
Imperial Wagyus, okay.
So I carry a cooler in the back of my truck every week, and every Tuesday and Thursday I have 2 Costcos that I whip through, and I go in and they usually have them separate, and they'll get them in either Monday and then Thursday morning. And I look for what I like to call like a Jesus brisket. So you go and you look in the case and you see it and you're Jesus. And that's the one. That's the one.
I love it.
But there's a lot of Imperial Wagyus, and I won't use all of them, but there's certain ones you look at and you're like, damn, that's a
nice one. What size you like?
I like to buy 18 pounds and up.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
them
Most.
every week. It was 23 pounds, but it was too big,
Yeah, it's too big.
But
That's
I like
too big.
18 and up, and then I will trim them down, and they will be about probably, I don't know, the size of smaller than a sheet of paper, perfectly square and I'll trim the flat, and I'll get them so they're nice. So when they come out and they go in the box, there's very little trimming that has to be done. And I'll also give a little tip. I'll cook them for 3 hours, and then I wrap them in foil. And before I wrap them, I will block them before they go in the foil. And then that way, when they come out of the foil, they don't look blocked. They don't look like you're cutting them off square. And then they look natural when they come out of the foil and they fit perfectly in the box.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to shig that one.
No charge for that tip, Smitty.
I'm shigging that one big time.
Yeah. So you cut it.
So,
that one's going in the bank. That's a great idea. I like that idea. I like doing it. I like that.
So you cut it when it comes out of the smoker. You cut it to the width you want, and then foil it.
Well, I have it pretty much to the width I want.
Yeah.
Before, and then when it comes off, 3 hours bare on the smoker, and then when I go to wrap it, it kind of flattens and squats out. The ends round around a little bit, and that's going to be your crumbly pieces.
Yeah.
So I'll just kind of square them and round them a little bit, and then, like I said, when it comes out of the foil and you put them in the box, it gets natural.
That's nice.
It's a good shape.
Do you lose your smoke ring? I guess you kind of lose the smoke ring on the side, don't you?
It obviously doesn't matter.
Don't matter. Yeah.
I blocked.
Day one, I blocked mine, so it was a little too wide, and I didn't do it. So I just lined up all my slices. I cut a 1/2 inch off each side, got them to the right. And then day two, I just said, you know what? I'm going to cut the brisket. I made it about 6 inches wide, 6.5 inches, radiused it. And then when I put it in the box, it was a beautiful brisket. So,
question, Tim, when you do that, do you re-season those sides, or do you just leave them just cut bare? I think he's.
Tim, you there?
He's stuck in.
He's in La La Land.
He told us that brisket secret.
And then he's like, I'm out.
Some underground Texas brisket syndicates. Like,
that's
we
it.
Shut him off now.
That's it.
No more.
Yeah, so
no more brisket tips.
No more brisket tips from him. That's for sure. Let's see. Here we go. Do any of you guys have a pre-competition or day of competition good luck ritual?
Oh yeah.
There we go. Bourbon. I'm sure Smitty does.
Oh my God, loads of bourbon. There's
I was fixing to say probably has something to do with bourbon. So
sorry about that.
That's okay.
I'm not.
Hey, he got a talking to by the Texas underground Texas brisket syndicate. So he's good.
Yeah.
I was censored by the.
that's what we're saying. They shut you down too much.
Yeah, Jack Cashman said.
Right before you left, Smitty, you were asking me a question.
Yes. Okay. When you block it before you put it into the wrap, do you re-season those sides at all?
No.
Okay.
It looks good enough coming out, and
with the wrap and everything you put in it, beef broth or base, whatever you do, I'm sure kind of seals those in.
Grape jelly.
Grape jelly is amazing. I use my honey mustard, Arizona Gold honey mustard barbecue sauce in my brisket wrap. I think it gives it a beefy kind of. I don't know.
That's
flavor.
funny.
Yeah. No, that's it. So Costco Wagyu's, Imperial Wagyu's from Costco, 18 pounds.
Yep. There you go. Oh, let's see. Any proof? Let's see. Lucas and I know.
So that guy asked about rituals. Yes, bourbon. Tim, do you have any the
Jägermeister
rituals? Yeah, you're a big fan of Jaeger.
You've been involved in that, yeah.
Yes, I've been
there. We forgot it. Normally, our group takes a shot of Jägermeister right before brisket turn in, and we got so tied up this weekend we forgot it. So we did it after brisket turn in, and then I ended up getting first, so now we're moving it to after brisket turn in.
Yeah, from now on it's after.
Yeah.
We have
good.
those. It worked that one time. Now for the rest of the life, it's going to be like that.
Oh yeah.
I got several of those. There's all kinds of those.
Yep. Oh goodness! Well, it was funny. Right after Sterling won it, it wasn't probably an hour and a half later. Somebody bought his all access class, so that's already started. So keep selling them classes.
Getting the kids some shoes.
That's it. So, and also I do want to make a quick mention, and we've had a few people ask about this, so I'm going to at least bring this up to bring everybody into awareness of this. This is something that we had done once before we got ready to leave. If I can get my mouse to work over here, I'd be really, really happy. There it is. It ran off the screen on me. So I'm going to run over here real quick and show everybody this. It's this right here. Get over here. So we had a lot of people asking, we had done something similar to a raffle here at the beginning, sold out in 26 spots in a matter of like 3 minutes. And we wanted to make it more legal to where it's something that we can do every week. So we have created something called a backyard barbecue class with a temporary membership. We can sell all the temporary memberships that we want and give away classes that we can have people go in and buy. So the way this works is it's $25 for each temporary membership that you buy. You can buy as many of them as you want. Here's kind of the rules. Backyard barbecue class, temporary membership. Each backyard barbecue class you purchase, you're going to get a temporary membership. Each backyard barbecue class temporary membership is $25. We're only selling 26 of them. And then once we sell the 26, which it's out of stock right now, but when we sell these 26, then we will randomly select one temporary member for an all-access class of your choice. Now, Lee's is a $699 class. Everybody else's is $599. You get to pick any one of them that we want. It's the all-access class that they have. We will do the selection live on Facebook. And then once the temporary member has been selected, whoever won that deal that we selected, then the remaining temporary classes are canceled. It cancels everything out. But your backyard barbecue class, we're going to put in your account, will not expire for 7 days. Now, this is a legal way for us basically to do something that's similar to a waffle. So this is it. We will let you know when we open this up. All I got to do, if y'all really wanted to do one tonight, I could literally go into the products, add 26 to it, hit it, and then y'all could literally start buying this. But this is a really cool deal. We're going to try to start doing these at least probably once or twice a week, depending on how many people are interested in it. And but this is something that we have really been wanting to do, and we kind of think it's a really cool deal. So we've already done it twice. We had one guy from New Zealand that bought one ticket. And Sterling, I think he bought your all access class, if I recall.
That's awesome.
I'll have to go back and look, but I think he got yours. And
he was expecting lamb.
Yeah, it probably was. He probably was. This is a 2 or 3 time lamb champion as well. So be looking for that. I'll let everybody know that when we do it, but it's basically you're buying a temporary membership. We're giving you a backyard barbecue class with it. And it's just a legit way that we can do waffles or raffles or whatever the heck you want to call it. We can't sell tickets. We don't want to get into that, but we can sell all the temporary membership backyard barbecue classes that we want. And as a temporary member, guess what we can do? We can draw anytime we want to give y'all a product. So it's $25. We'll have 26 spots. We're also going to have that for the state competitions as well, or for the state classes as well. I think it'll be like $10. We'll only sell 18. So it's really simple spot to be able to get in and get a class. So that's one of the things that we're going to be doing. We've had a lot of interest in it. When we first did that, we had, sold out in 3 minutes. And the next day we sold out in like a day. It sold out in a day and a half. And I didn't really even hardly make much of an announcement on it. So if y'all are interested in that, chime in down at the bottom. Let me know. All I got to do is just add the product back to it. It opens it back up. And we can have one of these waffle styles with these temporary backyard barbecue, temporary membership backyard barbecue class. So, Steven says, I've got $25 that's burning a hole in my pocket.
Awesome.
I love it. Mark says, let's do it. So, yeah, I mean, that may be something we may have to kick in here. So be looking for that, guys. It may be something that I'll kind of post. I'm going to try to get on a regular deal to do it. Maybe we'll do it every Sunday afternoon or something after everybody's, kind of licking their wounds from a barbecue competition, or you got some extra money and say, hey, why not throw $25? Like I said, the one guy did it, $25, got a class, a $599 class. So it's a cool deal. Gordon says, take my money. I love it. Hey, if any of y'all got any more questions for Smitty or Tim, man, pop them up. We've been having such a good time with this. These guys are actually just phenomenal to hang around with. I don't get a chance to cook with Smitty very often, but I do at the Royal. It's about the only time I see him. And I get a chance to cook with Tim all the time.
Smitty came to Texas last month over to Lubbock, so he did.
We were in Lubbock. I saw you in Lubbock.
Yeah, sure
I love going
did.
out there. Well, I'm work a lot with those guys at Raider Red Meats. Tate and crew put on a phenomenal job. They work with 3 mountain girls out there as well. So I've been going out to that event for I think 3 years now, maybe.
All right.
Yeah, I love going out to Lubbock out there.
One question for you: how does your chicken do in Lubbock, Texas?
Oh, let's see.
So let's talk about chicken in Lubbock, Texas.
Yeah, I actually threw some legs at him, and I didn't walk in chicken.
Who walked in second in chicken in Lubbock?
That was probably you. Reagan took first, right? Yeah, you. I took second in pork there in Lubbock, and I, you know what? I actually had like a brisket call. I think it was like six brisket. Yep. Anytime I can walk up into Texas and get a brisket call coming out of Arizona, top 10. It's a good day for me.
Yeah.
And,
okay.
8th overall or so that competition.
Yeah, that was good. Awesome. That was a good contest.
You did good there. Yeah,
that was number 4 in the trig.
That's a good day for you.
Yeah. All right. So here's a couple questions. Got some rolling in. Tim, what drums do you use for brisket?
I got 2 gateways and a Weber Smoky Mountain, and the only reason I do it for logistics. So I have a motorhome and I have a rack on the back that will only fit 2 cans. So that's my 2 gateways, and then the Weber Smoky Mountain 22 comes apart, fits in my storage underneath the RV.
Perfect.
And that's my third. I use it as drum. I don't use the deflector or anything in it, so it's basically another drum. So I cook on three cookers. Drums. So I timed. I used to do it on 2, and I was doing okay. And then I was having to hold my pork too long on 2 drums, so I brought in the Weber Smoky Mountain, and now the pork is doing okay now with that. And I get my ribs to the point where they wrap. The brisket goes to the side, ribs go on the other can, and then the chicken goes on the one can. So it's a balancing act, but if you have a pretty good timeline, you can, make it work. I have a 4-page script that I go by. I mean, Smitty knows, and being in the military, you got to have a checklist, and you got to hit those marks. So I have a 4-page KCBS checklist that has a minute by minute everything that I do, and it's an orchestra to transfer all those meats to make sure you want to look for temperature for the chicken, and it's the timing. So, and one thing I will say this week at the Royal, I don't know if you noticed, Smitty, but very low humidity up there, and the fires were running a lot hotter, and my stuff was getting out a lot quicker. So something you got to watch. I did notice that. You got to watch altitude. You got to kind of know that going in, because otherwise you'll be surprised. So
I did feel that, but I'm always on the offensive. I'd rather have stuff done and waiting for me.
Oh, I agree.
Pushing it, so I like to have stuff done and ready. I'll rest my brisket for several hours. I think it's better that way. I want everything to come down, so I don't mind things running hot. I kind of let the girls do what they do and just kind of look at them and listen to the meat. And
I'm used to cooking in Arizona is a little different as well. Too.
Oh yeah, dry. We're at sea level too, so I can push those meats, and still have some integrity there. So you're right. Elevation is huge where you go. I always look at the elevation. That'll tell me, water boils at certain temperatures.
Right.
I learned a lot about elevation from Bushmaster. He taught me a lot.
Yeah, Chris is. I mean, you're talking to a Colorado cook.
Yeah. Yeah.
He knows a lot about elevation. He sees it every day. And I've learned a lot about it too, going to Colorado these last several years.
Even Lubbock was 32. Lubbock was 3,200 feet.
Yeah, and here in Arizona, I mean, I could go an hour and a half north, and I'm in Flagstaff, and that's 7,000 feet elevation. And we have Williams and
like
Sholo. Yeah, Sholo is 5,000 feet elevation. It's a mile high.
It adds, but if you realize that, and where you're cooking it allows you to compensate. Whereas a lot of people, I don't think, realize that, and they're like, "My stuff's not done," and so
they'll push too far.
Yeah,
come out with dust.
Yeah. All right, couple questions. Did y'all change up anything from the Invitational to the Open, Smitty?
Different judges. Yeah, I had better judges.
No, but you didn't. Nothing in the recipe. Okay.
I ran my program.
Okay.
I was 30th. I was 30th overall with 695.
Don't change that.
That's a good day of cooking meat in a parking lot.
Yeah.
So I ran the program. I did what I did. I really like the doubles. I like the American Royal because it gives you a chance to reset and go through it. Yes, I ran the program, but you obviously take little things. I'm constantly trying to make my process more efficient. I'm constantly trying to minimize things, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So to me, it's a constant, dance.
Tweaking. Just tweaking.
Tweaking. Constant tweaking. But everything was pretty much the same. Yeah, I did the same stuff.
Same with me. I didn't change anything from day 1 to day 2.
No.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
I did change one thing. I did pork. So first day I turned in money muscle and pulled, and the next day I just did money muscles.
Yeah,
that's it. So
that's what I did.
Other than that, everything else is the same.
Yep. So let's see. Aaron Leslie, I guess he must have finished third at a Raider Red meet at that cook-off. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, he did good there too.
Yeah, it's always Aaron's always great. Good seeing you, Aaron. It was always great, man.
He's my teammate there.
Yeah. Smitty will be coming back to Australia anytime soon.
Oh man, I was looking at coming back for the Invitational, which is not going to happen this year in December. But Meat Stock just put out their list of events, and there's Melbourne in March, which I've been talking with Dan Barrett from Big Smoke Barbecue down there, and hopefully I would love to come back down for this. We'll see what happens, but I'd love to be back down in Melbourne in March for Meat Stock, and we're putting some stuff in the works right now for that.
Yeah, 100%. Let's see, Tim Worwich. I have a copy available of Tim's timeline. Hit me up. PayPal is my favorite.
One page at a time.
One page at a time. That's it. That's it.
It's four volumes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Time for Tim's tell-all brisket class. Yeah, absolutely. That's funny. That's it. So, all right, Sterling. Here's a question: Do you use both a drum and a Green Mountain when making chicken?
Absolutely, yeah. I cook them on both at times. And actually, this weekend, I ran with one drum. I ran with my GMG ledge, and I ran the ripped wood chip grill. So I cooked pork and ribs on the ripped wood chip grill. Chicken, I usually kind of start on my GMG, nice light smoke, get it to where it's pretty much done. And I like setting the sauce before I put it in the box on the gateway drum. To me, I can open it up those vents, get some nice, airflow through there, set that sauce on the bottom a little bit, maybe a little bit of crust, a little bite.
Right. Okay.
So I do a collaboration of the GMG and the gateway drum.
And the gateway. Okay.
Yep.
Let's see. I still have Erica's. Yeah. Let's see. Do Sydney or Toowoomba meat stock.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll notice in Australia there's a lot of O's.
Yeah, I see that.
A lot of O's, a lot of ongs, a lot of
Yep. So Sterling, what's up next for you, man? I know you're getting ready to go to the Jack. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that. So this will be my 4th trip to the Jack Daniels down in Lynchburg. So I flew back home for a week and a half. I'll fly back out, pick up my stuff in St. Louis, and then head back out to Lynchburg. That's next, and then I'll be at the World Food Championships in Dallas. I plan on doing that. That was a great time last year.
Yeah, that's right. You was there.
Robert Smith there.
Yeah.
And it was great.
Robert.
That was a great event. So I'm looking forward to get back down to that as well. And then
I got to help out in that event as a chicken fried sous chef for
yes.
So I went down and helped him with that. So I'm technically part of Team Chicken Fried.
That's it.
I was wearing a chicken fried shirt at the Royal on Thursday, walking down Mind My Business, and this group of people, hey, Chicken Fried, we love you, man. We've seen you on TV. Now, do I look like anything like him? I'm not worthy of the white shirt yet, so I'm only a camo Chicken Fried. But
right.
I didn't tell them any difference. I just shook their hands, said it was nice to meet them, stopped by.
That's when you tell them, hey, come by around noon tomorrow if you want some chicken samples. Just on me.
Or
I love it.
Hey, go screw yourself, and they'll be like, "Man, that Chicken Fried guy's mad."
I'm gonna buy more little booty shit.
That is hilarious. I think Smitty is following me. That's awesome.
Aaron Leslie, how you doing?
Oh goodness.
Yeah, about the events.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That's what's next in the works for. I'll be working on my calendar for next year for more classes. I'm almost to number 100 for in-person barbecue classes that I've taught. I'm at 98 right now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I'm looking at breaking into 100 next year. That's exciting.
Good.
I'm doing some events with Firefest, which is we go to military bases, and what we do is have the military, active duty military. They come, they bring their grills. We give them chicken and tri-tip, a couple meats, and then we have a little mini competition. And I go around and help the competitors if they have any questions. And at the end of the event, I teach a barbecue master class. We did brisket. We were just in Naval Air Station in Lemoore, California, doing that with Firefest. So I look forward to doing more events with them. And to me, at that point where I am, is I love teaching. I love spreading, especially when it comes to our military. The more we can give back, the more we can help them, the more we can, have some of these events, these morale things, just get their mind off of everyday things. And barbecue is a great thing to actually get involved with. It takes your mind to another place. It's a camaraderie thing. You're around your fellow military brothers and sisters, and to me, that's really excited about doing some work with those guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, guys, I tell you what, congratulations to both of y'all. Y'all had an outstanding job. Man, real quick, let's congratulate. What was the team? First place on the invitation. First
QU.
Place, QU.
Yeah, man.
Unbelievable.
I don't know where he came from, but had a first place at the Invitational.
That's crazy.
First place at the Royal. Never has happened at the Invitation and the Open. And that was.
Does the guy have a?
I don't know. I looked.
QU, so university. You would think.
Yeah, QU. I don't know. Sure. I looked everywhere. There's nothing. There's no Facebook page. I looked him up. Nobody even knew about him. I was like, wow. So
unprecedented to be able to do that is just back to back like that.
You got to have good food, but you also got to have some good luck as well as good food. So
they had food and luck and everything.
Luck. You got to have both. You got to land on the right tables, and you got to have good food. So they definitely did.
You got to put yourself in a position to take advantage when the luck comes your way.
Absolutely.
100%. Ride the wave and take it and grab it by the horns and wrestle shit out of it.
So Aaron popped up, told he was a private corporate chef.
He can cook.
Well, there's no doubt. Cooks 8 to 10 times.
He's not private no more. It's about to be public.
Yeah. Cooks 8 to 10 times a year. So did you get his name? I don't remember his name.
I was shuffling through Facebook.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. I just remember the team name. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
go to the Hollywood casino right after that big check.
Yeah, that's what James said. I hope he went to the casino after that luck. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, guys, I'll give y'all the last word. First of all, Tim, you got any sponsors you want to thank?
No, Texas Oil Dust has really been helping me out lately. It's great to be a part of Aaron's team there. And then I'm talking to Wild Bill today, using some of that his stuff on my brisket, and Big Dave and Big Brad Pauling for Big Country Barbecue. They help me out a lot. And then my main sponsor is me, myself, and I. He's been with me the whole time. So
love him.
And let's give a shout out to the radio station.
Yep, WADT, the official radio station of Tiny E Barbecue.
I love it.
He plays for us all weekend, and he gives shout out. He loves it. I think he gets more excited about it than we do sometimes.
Oh, I know it. I love it. Well, man, I want to congratulate you, Tim, world champ brisket cooker.
Nice job on that, Tim.
Absolutely awesome, man.
Hey,
absolutely
good to
awesome.
See our military vets do well, man.
That's
absolutely.
Right. Thank you, Smitty.
Absolutely. All right, Sterling, what about you, buddy? I know you've got a long list of some sponsors. Let's get them in, man.
Well, first, obviously, Loot and Booty Barbecue Products. I've been developing this line for a long time now, and to see come into play and what I've been able to do with it has just been amazing. And my wife being there, being my number one sponsor, and my kids are number one. But I'd like to give a huge thank you to Green Mountain Grills. Worked with the family forever. Ripped Grills, the new wood chip grill that's coming out. I cooked on them both days. It performed awesome. It's an amazing grill. I'm excited to see what comes with those guys working with Ripped Wood Chip Grills. Prairie Fresh.
Yes.
Some best pork on the planet. I love all those guys over there. They have a phenomenal product, and thank you guys for helping me whenever I need anything with the pork products. I work with the guys over at Blues Hog, Tim and Terry. Awesome family, awesome company, and I'm proud to use their products as well. I work with Grow Greats. It's a great company as well. So, man, Barbecue Champs Academy, thank you guys for everything you do. It's an honor to be able to share information with the world, and everybody who takes my classes or buys my products. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. You guys would keep me going every day, man. So
that's it.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. And Smitty, thank you, man, for being part of Barbecue Champs. Brother, congratulations. RGC, that's just phenomenal. Huge accolades to both of you guys. A lot of people saying great show.
Invitational in November?
It's the same weekend as World Food Championships.
Okay. No, that's right.
It's the same exact weekend. So I was going to head.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Likewise.
Yeah. I'll be at World Food. I'm going to come back over there. Last year I did a lot of behind the scenes filming with Robert and stuff. I'm going to hit you up.
Yeah,
Smitty, so it's going to be a good time. I want to go cook, but it's just such a small place to get my big rig in. I just said, you know what, I'm going to go hang out, get some good footage of all the guys. It's on BBQ Champs. We got a couple of the steak cookers coming in. I know John Lindsay's going to be there. I think Matt Overson might be coming. I can't remember. So anyway, and we've got some big things coming for BBQ Champs Academy. We got looks like 2 barbecue cooks that's going to be doing classes with us. I was able to secure a couple of those. And also we have been in talks with, looks like 3 new steak cookers as well. I have been in talks with them over the last 3 or 4 weeks, and I hadn't got a chance really to meet face-to-face with anybody, but I can tell you that it's in the works. Also, we're going to be looking at getting Mark Lambert's Memphis and May class filmed, which he will be doing a whole hog, pork, shoulder, and baby back ribs. So we got a lot of filming to do. The weather's finally getting right. It was very, very miserable this summer, as hot as it was, and now that we're coming into the fall, we got some big things on the horizon for BBQ Champs Academy. I did talk to Brad Landiger. We're going to be working a little bit with the Barbecue League as well. We're going to help promote their products. They're likewise for us, so we're going to kind of be really excited about a big, huge year coming with some huge classes coming out. We hope to have maybe 1 steak class, maybe 1 barbecue class out by the end of the year. And we're really, just from the bottom of my heart, I cannot thank everybody enough for your support for BBQ Champs. I want to give everybody out there that's taken our classes, that made the stage, got top 10 calls, heck, top 20 calls, anything, that you even made it to the Royal and you had a good time. That's what it was all about for me, was to help grow the sport. We have definitely done that. I can't think of, there's mind-blowing of how many classes have been sold. I thank every one of y'all and people like Sterling for being part of this. It's been an honor, and I really enjoy doing what I do and making barbecue and steak competitions grow. So thank you guys so much. I hope everybody's enjoyed our show. I'll try to get caught up, post a few other pictures for myself. It's just been crazy busy since I've got back. And I hope everybody has a great week. Be looking for these little waffles that we're going to do with the temporary backyard barbecue class and temporary membership. Trust me, you're not getting... The temporary membership is just a way for us to give you something. So it's just a legal, legit way that we can do these things. You spend $25, you got your chance to win an all-access class from any barbecue pitmaster we have of your choice. Have a great week. Thank you, guys. Enjoy your success. Stay high on the cloud, at least for this week.
See you, Tim. Congrats again, buddy.
Yes, sir. I want everybody to go out, enjoy the rest of your week. Y'all have a lot of fun. And as we always